Good morning, gamers and survivors. This is Small Archangel, and welcome to 7 Days to Die. I'm just on my way to finish off my new base, or rather this phase of it, and it's snowing, which means I have no clue where I am. Everything looks very different when it snows, as we know in real life. I did just see a loot drop as well, a supply drop, but I have no idea where it's gone now. I can't see it any longer. Looks like... But this is kind of why I wanted to come and sort of relocate to a different area, because it looks so much different. The desert's all well and good and stuff, but there are no bears there, and there's no weather to speak of, so you kind of feel like you're missing out a little bit, or at least I do. So all these new cool effects, and I've hardly seen any of them since Alpha 12 started. Anyway, so I'm hoping I've got all the stuff that I need on me today. I am really loving the mini bike. I was not sure about the mini bike when it first came out. Wasn't that convinced, to be fair, but I am now. It's made my life so much easier for getting around and for there we go. Look at those snow effects. Pretty cool, isn't it? A little bit of snow here, there and everywhere on the ground. And yeah, well, you just have to bear with me. It's still a novelty for me in this game. I haven't seen that much of it. Okay, so there's snow effect on the rebar I haven't even placed on the ground yet. So these are, as you can see, still not dry. Now the reason for that is that I callously went off and left them, and in a fit they didn't. Yeah, basically I think we're back to things not sort of dry, concrete at least not drying when we're not in the vicinity, so I'm gonna have to be a little bit careful about what I do here. Basically today I've got a lot of concrete mix, but we're not going to do too much in the way of we're not going to use too much in the way of reinforced concrete from here on in. That is the concrete bit I've just done here. This is a reinforced concrete bit. What I might do while stuff's drying off, I might just go around the outside here. Okay. So this is the last bit of reinforced concrete we're really going to be using. And this is just mainly because I find that that is going to get in my way otherwise. I find that it's a good idea to surround your base with a fairly solid platform, because otherwise the zombies just end up digging down. Learned that the hard way too. Woo! Okay, so I'll leave that in there. No, we probably won't need that just now. Okay, so that's it. So I've gone all the way around the outside there, and mostly this has now dried off, which is great. So we'll build ourselves a scaffold so we can get up here now. Should be about right, I think. There we go. And we should be able to relatively safely walk around the outside of it as well. Now there was one slight oversight that I made. I'm going to call this kind of the front here. And that oversight was that I forgot that I'm going to need a way up here. So I'm going to actually have to take these out. I just went a little bit click happy with my concrete blocks, and it's always a pain to have to destroy a concrete block once you've placed it. That said, it's always quite reassuring to see how sturdy they really are. Now, let me just think about this. I'm going to have to take this one out as well, I think. So it's that one, and then the one below it. I have to take out 3. Okay, so no. Okay, that's it. That's what I mean. Okay. Okay. Now, I think that is what we need there. Let me just see. Does that look right? And then we're gonna need, yeah, that looks right. And then we're gonna need the same thing here. Phew! Always a pain to have to take out solid reinforced concrete blocks, but kind of nice to have it reinforced in your own mind how strong they actually are. Okay, so I think I can safely do this now. And there we go. Alright, now. The rest of the concrete has now dried, which is awesome. Get rid of those for the minute. And we need these. Okay. Now, this I do want to get right. There we go. We don't want there. And we don't want to fall off and break our legs either. And if my calculations are correct, this should be sturdy enough to stand up under its own weight and not require, and I'll just have to leave this bit out here so I can actually get up these get up there. Although what I might do is take it out of here and put it where my entrance is going to be over there, because that would be more cunning. Okay, so I'll just like that, that's fine. And then I can do that. Okay, or something like that. Alright. Now you have to watch this stuff. It's tricksy stuff and it likes to place itself randomly somewhere where you really didn't intend to put it, so you then have to destroy it, and it gives you 1 iron in return, which is crap. Because it costs quite... Oh, you see, there I am, demonstrating it just for my own sake. There we go. 1 iron in return for that mistake. Paid for it dearly, quite literally. So, bear with me while I do this quite carefully. Woo, there we go. And as you can see, I can walk around on this quite safely, apart from that hole there, without any problems, without danger of it collapsing onto me, which is fantastic. And that's the good thing about iron bars and reinforced concrete. They are both very strong indeed, so they bear up really, really well. Okay, so that is the idea. So as you can probably imagine, this is my killing floors. The idea is that any zombies come for me, they're going to go exactly where I am, they're going to go right underneath me, and I have got a great big floor here which is just iron bars, and which I can shoot through in order to get at them. So that's fantastic. We're not quite finished yet, but I want to wait until my concrete has dried off before we do call ourselves finished. Yeah, I do have something else to do. I'm not absolutely certain if I have sufficient iron bars for the purpose. I'm also not sure if I can reach to do this from the outside, but if I can, that will be safer, so I'm going to try. Yeah, I can, that's good. Because we also want to place, missing that because it's wet and it won't stick, we want to place a layer of kind of iron bar style walkway around the outside for sniping Zeds as well, and that is actually really effective, as I've found in my current build. So it's doubly effective really at keeping spider zombies off your property, and also allowing you a safe platform from which to snipe at the creatures straight below you, whether it's a great big pack of dogs or a feral horde or whatever else you like. The other good thing with iron bars is that cops don't seem to be able to see you through them, so I can be on top of my killing floor there, and hopefully none of the spitters will actually be able to detect me, so they won't know I'm there, so they won't start to spit just when they see me. Okay, and we've got 13 left over, so actually we had plenty there, which is great. Now, as I said before, this should hopefully be safe enough for me to actually stay here tonight without fear of anything much going wrong. And for that to absolutely definitely be the case, I want to do a little bit more construction here as well, and I don't know quite how many of these I'm going to need, but there we go. So I'm going to start with these 16, and we're going to do a little bit more construction up here so that the second phase of the base becomes clear. Few zombies padding around. Will you let me test my new killing floor? I keep missing him. Gotcha. Ugh. Of course, nothing's foolproof if you can't hit the broadside of a barn. Alright, of course I'm not used to this angle, that is the other thing. So I'm going to have to get used to shooting downwards a little bit more. Gotcha. Well, this is good practice. Oi! Oh! Oh, I am rubbish. Got her. Okay, so this will work, as that proves, but only when I learn to shoot. Okay, I think that's as high as this needs to go for the moment. I'll leave one scaffold up there just in case it's not. Now I've decided to make this layer with just normal concrete because the theory is they ain't not going to get up here. Now there is a possibility of course that the spitters will spit and damage these blocks, but these blocks are only one block deep. This concrete is less expensive to make anyway, and I can come in here with my repair tool and I can repair around quite easily, because apart from the corners, which I can see from the outside, that's the other reason for putting this walkway on, the corners I can... Oh look, I missed a bit. How did I do that? How did I do that? There we go. Okay. So yeah, hopefully just normal concrete will do us here. Now. No, not the map. What the heck? There we go. Now I need a few of those. $48. No, we didn't need 48 of them. What the heck? Oh well, I do have a use for some more of them actually, so that's fine. Okay, so we actually need that one first. There we go. Okay, and before I do anything else, I'm actually gonna just block that up. There we go. Nobody's coming in there now. Okay, as I say, I'll use those up later on anyway. Don't need that for the time being. These bits of scaffold aren't going to be very helpful to me, but I will make a bit of scaffold so I can get up there. And then be very careful. Don't like you near my mini bike, mister. Whoops. There we go. If you'll just stand, you know, like still. Just try not to shoot my own bike. Oops, I think I just did. Will you stop hanging around my bike? It cost me a lot to make that thing. Ah! I got him. Directly below, you see. But if they stand still, it's all good. Okay, so there we go. Got a pile of dead stuff below me, and may it be the first of many. But this shows you the sort of the second floor up of my base. Yeah, I think in the morning I'm pretty much gonna have to nerd pole my way down here. So that's gonna be interesting. To get down there, and I'm not sure that there's anything very much more I can do tonight, so I'm just gonna hunker down here for the night and eat some eggs, and I will see you guys in the morning. Well, survived the night. There were no more incidents, just the ones we can still see down there, and I have completed the ceiling above my head, but I wasn't so sanguine about the non-reinforced concrete holding up as I was the bars here, and so I've kind of put this these struts in place. Now what I really want to do, I'd rather not have the rebar there, because it's not ever so attractive. What I do like to do in this game is, if there is any way of making something look good, I'd like to use it, and so we're going to try to do just that and see if it works. And then we'll do the same this way around as well. I'm going to have to turn all these round the other way again. Oh, yeah, and I've gone too far for that one too. That wasn't clever. Oh, perfect. I couldn't have planned that better. And then I hope I don't need this in the middle. And that actually looks pretty nice. As nice as manky concrete can possibly look anyway. Okay, I'm going to shift those out of the way as well. It looks like it snowed again overnight. Now the only thing that remains is how do we get upstairs? Well, I left a hole from which dangles a ladder. Now, I don't know if I can jump to that. No, I need to put in the bottom rung. Okay, that's not going to make too much odds one way or another. But you can make a ladder just dangle in absolute thin air. But it occurred to me that if you put a ladder directly against a wall, what I've noticed is that if a zombie hits it on the other side, or if, for example, a spitter were to spit on the other side of that wall, the ladder would be destroyed and would just fall down. So I may as well have the ladder just dangling like this. And see how I do with that. There's always a risk that I'll lose it, but okay, now let's see if we can walk around on this without it collapsing. We should be able to. Yeah, that looks good to me. That looks good to me. Okay, now this looks like the roof at the moment, but it's not going to be. Basically, now the only thing is I'm going to have to be careful coming down there that I don't fall down and break my legs. So I might rethink the ladder thing at some point, but at the moment that's the easiest thing I can think of. So this is basically phase 1 complete. We have got the killing floor here, and we have got an upstairs, which is going to be, when I've got around to building it, in the next video probably, this floor is going to be the crafting floor, so tune in for that. I'm going to make this out of concrete as well because it's not that high up, and I'm guessing that the spitters are going to be able to reach this without too much difficulty at all. So yeah, I'm gonna make this level out of concrete too. Oh, hello. Oh yeah, who's the mama? And there's another one miles and miles off, which I'm not going to concern myself with. So yeah, that's it. Phase 2 will be complete when we have built this stage here, which is where I'm going to have my forge and most of my storage. And then if I have time, I will build a higher stage after that with living quarters. And I might even get so far as making a roof garden just for the cool factor. But there is one last thing that I want to do today to finish this off properly, and yeah, it's probably gonna have to start with me going down here. I don't need the ladders, do need the iron bars, filling these holes. There we go, so we've just got the one hole in the corner. Now I'm going to have to nerd pole my way up again. Do you know... yeah, I can hear approaching zombies. Oh, hello. Ay, ay. Yeah, there's a few of them. Somehow the zombie network, zombie news, has alerted them to my presence, and here they come, or unerringly. Do I have to play chase around the rock? As you know, I can't stand gore blocks around the place. So untidy, so sticky. But we're going to do something about that. Oops, there is one left. See, I can't even see now. There we are. Okay, now I'm going to move my bike the heck out of here. Okay, stay there, bike. Shift that gore block too. And up, up, up. Alright, now I have to get rid of those. Knew that would happen. Okay, there we go. Genius. Okay, now anyone who's watched any of my videos will know that I am a massive, massive fan of water entry. Now all I need to do is hope that the water doesn't do what it's not supposed to do. Nope, gonna need my bucket again in a moment. Okay, that looks pretty much like it's done what it's supposed to do. Moment of truth, can we take away? No, we can't. That's a bit rubbish. Okay. We'll just leave those there for a moment. But I will, in the meantime, go down here. Because I want to spread the joy a little bit. Because if I can cover the whole floor... You see my thinking. No more gore. And we like that. We like zombies not being able to reach where we're hiding. Not being able to pile up gore to the point where... There we go. To the point where we can see their nostril hair. And I'm even thinking that having some water here running around the outside is going to be a good plan as well. And I don't even care quite how far it goes, because this is underneath my sniping platform, and as such... And you know what? In addition, do I have a problem with a water source? No. No, I don't. Couldn't be better. At least we hope not. We hope this plan is as cunning as it seems. And hasn't actually destroyed my bike. No, it's over there. And the water will only go a certain distance. I might do something to keep it in a little bit, but the moment you do that, the moment you build some sort of wall to keep the liquid, the water contained, you end up with zombies kind of pounding away at it. It's just something else for them to destroy, really. Okay, there we go. I think we're done there. So I'll just check my bike's still high and dry. Yes, it is. I don't think the water's going to spread any further than that. But having a lake pretty much pre-built around my base is a good thing, because no gore blocks are going to build up on there. Oh, look. I forgot. I forgot there was somewhere I needed my iron bars to go. And I think there was another one besides. There we go. There we go. Now, I think we can drop my iron bars on the floor. Consider that phase to be complete. I do like being able to walk backwards and not hit cacti as well. So far so good. We've got the first 2 levels of the tower, or the first 1 level depending on how you look at it, and it could potentially go a lot taller than that, because one of the good things about the physics in this game is that as long as you're going straight up, block on block, the whole thing is not going to collapse into itself. It will be quite secure. So playing on that, you can just build straight upwards on a reasonably small footprint, and it works really, really well. And as I say, no problem with water supply here. I've got my own, thank you very much. So the only problem that remains is, unless I can remove those, I can't actually get out of my water supply. And I'm wondering if I've put the water in the... yeah, I think I have. I think I've put my water in the wrong place, which is awkward. No, what I need to do is that. There we go. And that means I should be able to take these away without the water doing what it's not supposed to do, apart from that getting smashed for no apparent reason. Okay, there we go. And hopefully, I'll test it, but hopefully I will still be able to get up and down this water elevator without any difficulty as well. Up we go. There we are. Perfect. Fantastic. So that has worked really, really well, and you can get out of that water elevator in 2 different directions as well. So my bucket of water can go back to my base elsewhere. Oh, there's a drop. It's not in the direction of my base. It's several miles the other way. I never seem to come across airdrops these days. They always just seem to be too far away to get, really. Okay, now I'm not absolutely decided here whether I should make these arches 1 block lower and just bring the archway down a block, or leave it as it is. So if you've got an opinion on that, do let me know. Maybe I'm better off with the massive windows and the huge amounts of visibility. I'm not sure that it's going to be any more or less stable if I do change it. But no, generally speaking, I'm quite pleased with that so far. Get down the hole. There we go. And what I'll probably do is I'll need to make some torches to put down here as well to light it up. I'm not quite sure what to do with the bike yet. Obviously, some point, maybe in Alpha 13, hopefully we will have some means of garaging our vehicles, so we'll have some way of putting our bikes and any other vehicles that the Fun Pimps deign to give us in the future behind a locked garage door or some kind of structure like that. So I might build a sort of a garage structure just to have somewhere to put it. At the moment it's behaving itself, but I don't really want to leave it out on terrain all the time. That would just be asking for trouble. So sooner rather than later I will probably construct something for the bike too, because there is nothing for it here at the moment. But if you join me next episode, I will be cracking right on with this, and we will be building the next floor up, which will be the forge and supply room. So I hope you've enjoyed this episode. Tell me what you think of my build. Feel free to give me any suggestions of your own. There are loads of us playing this game. We've all got loads of ideas. We've all had brilliant ideas that didn't turn out so well, and ideas that actually turned out even better than we'd hoped. So please share. Thank you very much for watching today. Do join me for the next one. Hit the like button if you did like it, and subscribe if you haven't already, and if you want to see more of this. And for now, keep gaming, keep surviving. Bye bye.